My name is Emily Panzenbeck. I'm from Vancouver Island, Canada. It's just an island off of Vancouver. The city is Victoria. I'm a strata property manager. I manage condo buildings and townhouses. And yeah.
How old are you?
Oh, I'm 21.
Okay, my name is Mathew, also from Vancouver Island, Canada. I am a carpenter, I'm build houses, not
Laborer.
really. Laborer, if you want to call it. And yeah, that's it.
And your age?
23.
I chose that we were going to Australia before I met Matt, so he came along. I originally chose to come here because I went to Cuba with a friend and we met a group of Australians who were living and working in Canada, and we thought, oh, that sounds like a great idea. How about we go to Australia and do the same thing? So that's how we got here, and we expected it to be a little bit cheaper, but other than that, and we expected to find a job easier, but other than that, the ocean is beautiful and the outback is like it looks on movies.
Originally, I never was gonna come to Australia. I wanted to go to Thailand just because I've heard so much about it. So many of my friends have been there and they said it was super nice, you know. I wasn't planning on coming here, but until I met her, but glad I came. It's very nice.
Looking for an experience and looking to meet new people. When you grow up in a town, or on an island where we don't have, I think the population is 700,000 people, there's just so much more out there that you would never even begin to experience if you stayed there. Same with you grow up with your friends from high school, you stay friends with them when you're out of high school, and you don't ever branch out and meet anybody new, so it's hard to get a different view on life. So now that we've come traveling, and especially out to Bourke and seeing this way of life, it really makes you think, oh, there's a lot more out there, and maybe living it in Victoria at home isn't where you actually want to spend the rest of your life. It's just where you grew up.
Make money?
No.
Why
I
not?
think
It can be that.
I think the main goal is just to experience new things, really. Just get out there and see more of the world. I guess backpacking would mean going from place to place, not just flying somewhere and staying in an all-inclusive resort. I would classify that more as vacationing. Backpacking would be just going to a country with not much of a plan, meeting some people along the way, and just go with the flow and don't have a time restraint, really.
You agree?
I agree. I do, because I got the backpack on.
Some days I don't really like hostels so much because you sleep in a dorm and sometimes they're dirty, and some of the backpackers seem to be kind of rough, around the edges. They've got on dirty clothes and stuff, and so I don't really think I fit into that bracket of backpacking. But as far as just going with the flow, and
we're luxury backpackers.
Yeah, we're luxury backpackers. We like to stay in a bit
like
nicer
to stay
places.
In dumps.
So yeah, but as far as it goes, we like to go out with backpackers and party like everybody else does. But I guess it's the accommodation thing. I don't know if I could classify myself so much as a backpacker as some people could.
That's just from the girl's point of view, but I'm fine with that.
Oh.
I don't manage it because I spend all my money. She takes.
I manage the budget. I look at kind of what we have. I plan it all out before we go, how much we're going to need to, get us through this month or this part of our travels. And, well, we ran out of money because it didn't go according to plan. We couldn't find work in Surfers Paradise like we originally thought. So it was a huge problem in the travels. We thought we might have to go home, but we found this job. Now we've realized we have to stay another 3 months in order to continue the rest of our travels. So I've already budgeted till the end of our trip in March. So
I guess.
I guess at the beginning we had a plan. We rented a camper van for 40 days and we were going to travel the whole east coast of Australia. We knew the main points, like we needed to do the Great Barrier Reef, Fraser Island, the Whitsunday Islands, Gold Coast, Byron Bay, Sydney, Melbourne. But as far as all the points in between, we didn't map it out. We just went as we went, and each day when we woke up we decided we were either going to stay in that place or find a new spot on the map a few 100K down the road. After we got rid of the van, it's just been we've either flown or we've taken a bus or a train, and that has not been pre-planned at all. It's just get on the internet and try and find the best deal and talk to people. Oh, the internet would be the best. Just backpacker websites. Just Google, fruit picking in Australia, or there's a government line that you can call. So we tried all those methods and eventually came up with something. We just have a working holiday visa. It's good for 1 year. We will extend our visa because we are doing the 3 months of farm work, but we don't intend to use it. Who knows? We have up until we're 30 to use it, so maybe in the future something will come up and we'll decide to come back here and travel and work again, but it's not in the plan.
You're allowed to get like one work visa in your life here.
Yes, and then you have to do the 3 months regional work, which we are doing. Everyone originally thinks we're Americans. As soon as you tell them that we're Canadians, they're like, "Oh, that's great! So glad you came." And they'll ask where you're from, and where you're. And they say, "Oh, Vancouver's so beautiful." And we were here when the Winter Olympics were going on, so everybody knew exactly where we were from. So we could really relate that way. Locals in the town in Bourke are a little more rough.
They have a like-hate thing every 5 minutes.
Yeah,
They like you 1 minute, they hate you another minute.
Yeah.
I don't want to say what there was
Yes.
exactly, but
Yeah, we don't know exactly what it is, because they're probably a different skin color. I don't know, or they're trying to prove a point. But most people are fine, especially people on the coast we've had no problems with. I guess kind of a funny story was when the two main things we knew we had to do were Fraser Island and the Whitsunday Islands. Well, when we got to Ellie Beach, what was it, a hurricane?
Yeah.
Coming off the ocean. So we wanted to go to the Whitehaven Beach, so we're like, okay, we're just going to go anyways. We know it's going to be rough. But we weren't able to get there in our jet boat, so we had to turn around. So whatever, we missed Whitehaven Beach. Then we went to Fraser Island, the second thing we really wanted to do. And the bus blew a tire, like the 4-wheel drive bus blew the tire. So we only got 15 minutes at the most beautiful Lake Mackenzie that everyone keeps raving about. So we missed both of those. I don't think we ever expected to make it out to Bourke. I never expected to work on a farm. So our experience out here has been pretty unreal. The wild kangaroos outside, we came within like 10 feet of one just yesterday. Just seeing how the packing shed works. As far as the coast goes, I expected what I got out of it. It's the ocean, the beaches, the fancy restaurants. But it was out here, I think, that I had no idea that I would ever be living out here in a house made out of mud and hay bales. So that's probably the best experience yet.
Oh, I just had expectations for nice beaches, and that's all I'm really all about. That's me, and I just want nice beaches and lay in the sun and
Drink a beer.
just go by on a little bit of money here and there. I don't have to live nicely like she does. I'll live in a hostel or whatever. I'm more if I can rough it. So I don't know. I didn't really know anything about Australia before I came here, so I can't really answer that question on my expectations. I just Knew that they had nice beaches, warm water, nice like the Barrier Reef, obviously. But that's pretty much all I knew about Australia, and they had kangaroos.
No, I didn't because my license doesn't transfer over here. I'm only licensed in Canada. And if I were to say work as an assistant here, I would have needed a car, which we didn't have because it means you have to go from building to building. You also need to know the area very well to get around, and I didn't really want to do it.
And so, did you try to find a job like a waitress or?
I tried to find any job in Surfer's Paradise. Well, we both did.
We even did
And
telemarketing.
we found nothing. We did telemarketing for 3 hours one morning because that was enough of that. It was commission only. And then I did, or we both did, like handing out like scratch tickets to try and get people to sign up for a holiday club for about 3 weeks, and commission only too. So
The commission only jobs like the tourists.
yeah, those
Sorry
were
to
the only
say.
jobs that you could
They
get.
don't like internationals here. No,
No.
I'm sorry. I don't really want to say they don't like them, but
As soon
they don't
as
really
they-
like to hire them that much.
Yeah, as soon as they find out you're on a working visa, they're like, no.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe in a bigger city it would have been easier, but not where we were trying.
Yeah. I don't know. All in all, Australia has been, I guess, what I expected, I guess. I'm not going to say it was really more than I expected or less than I expected. I don't know, I just kind of knew that it was, I don't know.
That if you're a backpacker and you come here, because, you know, most people would just think, oh, I want to go and travel the coast and then go to Sydney and get a job. I think you have to go out and actually see the real Australia. Go to a remote town somewhere in the outback and actually see how they live and how the locals actually are.
Yeah.
That has been the best experience yet. If we didn't do that, we wouldn't actually know what Australia was, because you could go to anywhere on the coast, like
You can go anywhere in the world and
San
work in a
Diego is just like the Gold Coast. Same with Miami. They're all the same. It's all on a beach. Everyone is tanned and drives a nice car. But if you come out here, you see an actual difference in the country. It's another beach town. That's mine. 2 cents.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
A little bit of payback right there.